Welcome, people. We are back at it again with another video. Mm-mm-mm. Tonight was great. Tonight was fantastic from the boys. I am so proud of this entire squad, and I'm proud of the coaching staff. I am very, very happy with what I saw. You know, I wrote a test earlier tonight, right? And I thought to myself, well, I could just use my time to prepare for my test that I have on Thursday, right? Or catch up this work, catch up that work. Nah, bro. I sat down and I watched my team, right? The last 13 months as a Chelsea fan have been hard. They have been so difficult because it's just like the team's not performing to the standard we needed to, we're getting disappointing results, things like that, bro. But tonight, excellent, 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 excellent. They made the investment of my time so worth it, and I'm so grateful for that, right? Now, this win over Fulham, this 2-0 win away from home, is massive on many fronts, bro. Number one, Misha Mudryk gets his first Chelsea goal. Simply lovely. I'm so happy for him. So, so happy for him. People have been making memes, bro. Since I got IG a few months back, right? After not having it for a while, since I got it, I've been seeing so many memes mocking Mudryk. And today, he gets his day. I'm so happy for him. Sublime finish, right? Then, 3 points, which lift us from 15th to 11th. Now, it's still not great. We're still in the bottom half, yes. But it's better, It's better. It looks more respectable. Number three, the positivity is going to start flowing within the fan base again. The belief is going to start coming back. And you could see that in the game when they panned to the Chelsea away fans, right? In Craven Cottage, right? You could see that they were gassed at how we were playing and the result, being up 2-0, right? And looking like that wasn't going to change. They were jumping up and down, having a good time, bro. Number four, this is massive for Poch because now this relieves a little bit of pressure because it's been looking crazy for him. It's been looking like he's in a pressure cooker, right? In the first few games of the season, he's in a situation where it's very, very tough, right? He has to make this young team work, and I think that can be a lot for manager. So for us to win today, it relieves nice pressure. There's a time for nice tranquility, for him in his managerial role for now. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. Now, let's get into the review of the game itself. So, we started off with a rather surprising formation. Some things that Poch decided to go with that kind of shocked me, but I was like, okay, cool. So, we had Robert Sanchez in goal, right? Left back, Levi Colwill. Left centre back was Thiago Silva. Right centre back, Axel Disasi. Um, right back, Marco Correa. Um, the midfield pivot consisted of Enzo. Well, on the team sheet, right, that the Premier League put out, the double pivot was Moises Caicedo and Conor Gallagher, and then Enzo in a number 10. On the right hand side was Cole Palmer. On the left hand side was Misha Mudryk, and up top was Armando Broja. Now, to see Broja starting, that was crazy because this man hasn't played in 11 months. Since he suffered that horrific ACL injury, right, against Aston Villa last November, he hasn't played. Like, it hasn't started, sorry, right? And played more than 30 minutes. So for him to start was like, whoa, okay, what's going on here, bro? This is strange. This is a bit risky. I'm not sure about this. But then again, I was like, you know what? After all the time he spent on the sidelines, he deserves this. Cool. Um, Going with Kukurea at right back, that was a surprise for me. I thought that he would put him at left back, put Martin at right back, but he decided to go for something different, and it worked out very well. But we'll get into that. I was surprised not to see Sterling, but then obviously we got the news that Sterling has had a virus in recent days, and as such, he has been ill, and that's why he didn't start. Right? Cool. Now the game started off, and early on, very early on, the first 2 minutes, Fulham are putting on the pressure, putting on the pressure. I'm like, okay, this could be a long day for us, especially because they're playing at home, right? They were higher than us in the table before tonight, right? they would have no reason to necessarily be scared of us. They could just go out there and express themselves, especially at home, you know. But we turned it on in that first half. We turned it on and we played well, you know. And what I liked about this game is that, especially in that first half, we didn't have an overwhelming amount of the ball. But guess what? We got two good chances and we put them away. That's what I've been screaming for, bro. And now we did play well in the first half, but our football wasn't life changing, wasn't revolutionary. I've seen many games in the past, right, with better football than what we played in the first half. Although it was good, right? I've seen better football from us, right, in games past. But in many of those games, we played the better football. We didn't score, so it didn't matter, you know. And then we would maybe like we'd concede and then we lose, and now like we're down. You know, the fan base isn't happy, stuff like that. But today, in that first half, got two chances, put them to bed. I'm happy. That's what we needed. We only got one goal in September, you know. And tonight we got two. So we're already better off, right, in the month of October than we were in September, you know. So let's talk through the goals and how they came about. So in the 18th minute, Moises Caicedo has the ball. He's on the ball, right? I think Enzo Fernandez was calling for it on the right hand side of the pitch, right? I'm not sure how many yards separated Caicedo and Fernandez at that point, right? But anyways, he was to Caicedo's right. Cool. Caicedo decides, I'm gonna ignore Enzo just this one time. I'm gonna ignore him just this one time, and I'm gonna play a crossfield, well, a diagonal ball, right? And he plays a diagonal ball to Levi Colwell on the left hand side. Colwell takes the ball with great aplomb. Colwell on the ball, sensational. Sensational. I'm liking what I see. He gets the ball, right? And he puts his head up, right? And now he's thinking, okay, I need to find an option in the box. I've got Mudryk in the box. I've got Armando Broja in the box. He puts the ball into the box, right? With great aplomb, right? It was fantastic. A fantastic delivery from somebody who was playing centre back last season, you know. In this new left back role tonight, he did fantastically well. Anyways, plays that ball to Mudryk. Mudryk chests it down perfectly. Amazing chest control, right? And he puts the ball away. And next thing you know, Chelsea are 1-0 up. Misha Mudryk has his first goal for the club. Sensational scenes. I was so gassed. I was so gassed. Now, there was one thing I was worried about. There seems to be this pattern, right? When Chelsea play, like, we'll score a goal, right? And I'll be so happy, right? And then next thing you know, the linesman's there with his flag up, right? Offside, you know. And I'm glad that that wasn't the case today, because I think that would have made me drop to my knees. Because so many times this season, right? Okay, quite a few times this season, like Chilwell scores or Disasi scores. I'm so happy for them, and then offside, offside. You know, it's not fun. But I'm glad that this time round the goal stood. Happy days. Not too long after that, bro, right? Cole Palmer, right, is up the pitch, right? And one of the Fulham players, Tim Ream, right, he plays a poor pass, right? Cole Palmer intercepts it, right? And he plays it into Broja, right? Now Broja didn't get onto the end of it. And what happened was Tim Ream tried to clear it, but that clearance was not effective in that it hit Broja and went into the back of the net. Now, some people will look at that and say, that's an ugly goal. It's not the kind of goal you want to score, whatever. But I don't care. I'm just happy for Armando Broja that he's gotten on the score sheet. And for him to get on the score sheet, it took initiative as well, because he had to press Ream, you know, to be in that position in the first place. Now, after that, Fulham came out, right? They were trying to do their stuff, you know, trying to get back into the game. And one thing they did is they pressed us high, number one. Then number two, they put emphasis on pressing us, especially on our right-hand side, so their left-hand side. And now, this was actually smart from them, because who was playing there? Mark Cucurella. Mark Cucurella is a left back, not a right back. So to press him, right, at right back in a position which he doesn't play ever, really, right? He plays on the other side. It was smart because he's in unfamiliar waters. He doesn't know, he's still learning the ropes at right back. You know, he's not used to playing on that side of the pitch. So by you putting pressure on him, you're thinking, okay, he can make a mistake, whatever. But that actually didn't work. What that allowed us to do, in fact, is we just had to beat the press, right? And then after that, we had a ball on that we could send to Mudryk, right? And he's in acres of space on the left hand side. And with Mudryk today, you could see that his confidence was up. Just outside of the goal itself, you could see that he's getting the ball on the left hand side and he wants to take his man on. He wants to get into that rhythm, into that flow, and he's finding his feet. And I'm so happy for him. I'm so, so incredibly happy for him. Now, I think it took Fulham around 41 minutes to have their first attempt on our goal, which is mad considering that they were playing at home and we weren't dominating the ball to a crazy extent. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we had the ball, but we had less control in this game than we have had in many other games in the past. So shout out to us for not giving them too many opportunities. Now, going into the second half, right? I joined slightly late, right? I think the second half had kicked off by about 2 minutes by the time I was back onto the stream, right? And what I saw is that Mudryk is off, Matson is on. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm hoping that Mudryk is okay because he was great today. And on top of that, he's finding his confidence. So I'm hoping that he's not got an injury now and now we need to worry about how long he's out for. I don't want that for him. I really don't want that for him. So I'm hoping he's okay. Maybe he was just feeling ill, whatever, right? I'd much rather have him feeling ill and even vomiting than for him to be injured. So, yeah. Or maybe it was just a tactical change. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so Martin came on. Now, in the second half, Fulham tried to change things around. They made a few substitutions, brought on players like Alex Iwobi, right? This forward of theirs who's from Brazil, named Vinicius, right? Tom Kenny, right? They're number 10. They tried to change a few things around and they were successful to an extent because what they were doing is they kind of tweaked their plan a little bit. So they would get the ball right on their left hand side, our right hand side, and then switch it to their right hand side, which was our left hand side, and try to find a way past our defense in that way. Now, for them, they did create a few opportunities here and there, but nothing worth noting. Nothing that was too crazy. They had one opportunity where the ball came to this player. I think his name is Lukic, right? And he shot, right? But it was straight at Sanchez, right? And Sanchez saved it. I think this was in the 76th minute. So apart from that, they didn't create too many chances where you think, oh, they're really going to score. Nah, bro. But they did dominate the ball. We lacked an out ball in that second half, right? And especially after Armando Broja was taken off and Cole Palmer as well, you could see like, yo, Chelsea need an out ball and they don't have it. And as such, Fulham are continuously attacking them, continuously coming at them in waves, right? But luckily, our defense and our midfield was good enough to get us over the line. I'm so happy about that. Notable mentions. In fact, I just want to say this before I get into that. Everyone played well. Everyone played well, bro. So I want to start with that. Robert Sanchez, I give him a young 6.5 out of 10. He could have gotten a higher score if he didn't give the ball away to a Fulham player. Yes, it didn't result in a goal or anything like that, but that could have been very dangerous for us. It could have been very scary. So I'm taking off like half a point for that, but 6.5 out of 10. Away. Levi Colwill, 8.5 out of 10, bro. 8.5 out of 10 for a solid lead, for a solid defensive display, number one. And number two, the assist from Mudryk. Simply lovely from him tonight. Left centre back Thiago Silva, 7.5. 7.5 as well. Defensively solid. I liked what I saw from him. Axel Disasi, 7. I think what Disasi did well tonight is when Fulham were busy with their high press and he was really being pressed at times, right? The Fulham man is right on him, finding a way to just play the ball calmly forward, right? Clearing the ball calmly, not giving the ball away and giving away a chance to Fulham, nothing like that, bro. 7 out of 10, let's go. Mark Cucurella. Mark Cucurella was excellent tonight. When Cucurella gets home and he's taking out things out of his pockets, he needs to take out his keys, and then Willian, our former number 10, and also Anthony Robertson, right? Now, Anthony Robertson, from what I've seen, this boy, when he's on the wing, He's a runner. He's a track star. He's great. He looks like a great left back to me, right? Willian, we know, star player. He was great for Chelsea in his day, right? He had them in his pockets. I'm talking about Marco Correa now. He was absolutely fantastic at right back. I couldn't be happy about his performance. 8 out of 10. Let's go. This could be the resurgence of his Chelsea career, you know. Because not so long ago, we are trying to loan him to Man United. In January, if he keeps up keeps this form up, please do not loan him. Give him a new deal even, whatever. But do not get rid of him if he continues his form. Excellent from Kukurea today. Moises Caicedo, 7. Solid midfield performance. The midfield was on lock today, right? He played really, really well. He got stuck into challenges, which I'm very happy about. He did go off, right? And he was kind of limping a bit, but I'm hoping that it was just an impact injury from the collision that he had with Willian as opposed to anything else. Enzo Fernandez, he gets a 7 as well. He played some really good passes today. Could have scored, you know. There's one where I think he should have scored, and the other one was more difficult, and he did well to get it close to the target. So yeah, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for Enzo, in my opinion. Now, Cole Palmer, 8. 8 to 8.5. He was great today. He's showing that he can be the creative playmaker that Chelsea need, right? Enzo can be a playmaker, right? A deep lying playmaker with his passes and his great range and his great vision, right? But I think Palmer can be that for us in a position higher up the pitch. When you look at Palmer, right? The way he plays is different to how our other players play. So, for example, a man like Mudryk, right? Give him the ball in space, and he will be gung ho, and he's gonna use all his pace to beat his man, and he's dribbling, of course, right? Sterling, it's a similar thing. Sterling is more, he's gonna get a ball, he's gonna stand still for a moment, and then lose the defender with his movement, and then from there, he's gonna use his pace. Cool. Palmer is not that. Palmer is not that. Palmer, you give him the ball, he's chilled, right? Defender's coming onto him, right? He finds a way to get past the defender, and then from there he looks for an excellent pass that he can play to one of his teammates who are moving into a good position. Excellent, bro. This is what we need. You know, I'm hoping maybe Carney, he can learn from him. So when Carney comes back into the team, right, when he's fit enough to come back into the team, he can be doing a similar kind of thing. I'm hoping Nkunku could be doing a similar kind of thing to Palmer as well when he's fit and he's able to play. Now, Mudryk, 8. Mudryk, 8, bro. He scored, bro, and in that 45 minutes, he was good. Apart from the goal itself, he was good. You know, you could see that he's got his confidence. He wants to take players on, right? He wants to cut inside and shoot. I'm liking what I see from Mudryk. Keep it up, Mudryk. This has been coming. I'm so glad he got his day. Let's go, bro. When he scored, I nearly cried, man. I nearly cried. I was so gassed. And Armando Broja, 7 out of 10. Armando had a chance early in the game, very, very early in the game, like first 2 minutes of the game, that he really should have scored, right? Like he showed good strength, right, to be able to deal with the Fulham defenders, right? Some really good pace, some good dribbling to even round the keeper. It's just that he lacked the finish in those first 2 minutes, right? That's number one. So just improve that, you know. Then other than that, his link-up play is good, his hold-up play is good, his close control is good, his strength is good, his pace is good. Simply lovely, Armando. Keep it up. 7 out of 10. Madsen, I'll give him a standard 6 out of 10. I don't think he did anything extraordinary. In fact, you know what? I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10 because there was a point in the game where he got the ball, right? He got the ball in the box, right? And he got his shot off, right? And he missed, but it was a great attempt. He hit the post. He could have had his first Chelsea goal, but it is what it is. We move. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Leslie Gochukwu, 6.5 out of 10. He came on later on in the game, shut the game down. Very, very happy with him. Sterling, I'll give him a standard 6. Wasn't special from Sterling, simply because of the fact that when he came on, Roya was off. So there's no focal point. So what do you really expect Sterling to do, especially when Fulham have a lot of the ball and they're pushing to get a goal back? You know what I'm saying? Sterling coming on when he did wasn't a great. It wasn't great. You know, it was the wrong time for him to be coming on and coming into the game. If we were looking for him to play well, right? It just wasn't his type of game towards the end. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'm so happy, and yeah, I just want us to keep this up. We have entered a good moment. We have entered a good moment, right? Now we need to stay in this good moment as long as we can. We need to beat Burnley on Saturday. Then from there we have an international break. Hopefully no one gets injured when they're away with their national team, right? Then we come back to action. We have difficult games against Man City, right? Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brentford, Newcastle, Brighton. Difficult games, bro. We could have a few L's here and there. We could take a few losses here and there, you know. And that's okay. But I need to see good performances. I need to at least see good performances. That's number one. And number two, in some of those games, we have to draw. In some of those games, we have to win. Brighton, let's beat Brighton, bruv. We're picking up some steam, right? We're a talented side. Let's be confident. Let's back ourselves. Let's go and beat Brighton when we play them. Let's go and beat Brentford when we play them. Let's go and beat Newcastle or at least draw, you know? Let's go and beat Tottenham or at least draw. Arsenal, City, those are looking difficult, bruv. If we get draws against those two teams, I'm so happy with us. Man United, let's go beat them, bruv. Big man ting. They're a good side, but at the same time, they also have their problems. So let's go after them when we play them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I think that's all for tonight. And until next time, peace, people.